What's up, kinfolk? Welcome back to my channel. Today is the day for the Assumption video. Before I start, I know in my vlogs when I have worn this lip color, a lot of people had questions. So if you have been wondering and haven't seen any of my replies, this is a LIMELIFE by Alcone lipstick. The link is in the description box, and I put the number of the lipstick on there as well if you want to go purchase it. Another thing, this shirt. This is an unfolding style boutique shirt, and it is the best ever. With the shoulder cutouts, I'm a big fan of shoulder cutouts, and it has thumb holes. What? And also this necklace that I really love. It's just really different, and I just think it's really pretty. These pieces are pieces in the unfolding style collection, so if you are interested in them, I have these in many different colors, and it is in the description box where you can go and shop. Thank you guys for your love and support. It means the world to me. And yeah, now, before I begin, I want to say a little prayer. Holy Spirit, if I come across any fools in my comments, I ask that you speak through me. Because what I want to say and what you want me to say is completely different. Completely different. So I ask that you speak through me so I don't cuss these fools out if there are any fools in my comments. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, let's begin. So if you want to see my reaction to the assumptions, note that I have not even looked at them at all, then keep on watching. Okay, let's start with the first one. I went all the way down to the bottom. Okay. My assumption, this is from Anna Lette. My bad, guys. My camera card was full, so I had to readjust everything. Okay, so Anna Lette, I apologize if I butcher any names. My assumption is that you make really good money doing YouTube and or hair because you only work a few days a week, commute so far, and seem to have a fairly comfortable lifestyle. Yes, I do make good money doing hair. Doing hair is my primary income source. I have been doing hair for almost 20 years now. I've built up a really great clientele, and I've kind of trained them to come in those 2 days a week. It took a lot of work, took a lot of years, but my clientele is really great. And I do make some money on YouTube, not a whole lot, but it does help a little bit. So my primary income source is definitely hair. All right, and a few of you had the same assumption, I see. Divine Decorating Diva. Congrats, beautiful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My assumption is that you are blessed and God has an amazing plan for your life. Thank you so much. I believe it, and I stand in agreement, and I'm excited about where God is taking me. So thank you so much for that. That was really sweet. Dion T. I assume that you must have tough skin because I didn't want you to do this tag because folk can say some awful stuff, but I love your channel. Okay, to be honest, I almost did not do this because I didn't really want to know people's assumptions about me because it doesn't really matter. But then I was like, you know what? Like, who cares? It's fun. It's funny. I feel like most of you are positive anyway. There's always going to be those few that have something nasty to say, but there's always going to be some. But I figured it would just be fun to do this, so I was like, what the heck? Peace in. I assume, and she rolled her eyes, which is hilarious, that some of these comments are not really assumptions, but trolls who have been eagerly waiting an opportunity to attack you. I assume you are wise enough to know the difference and hold your head high anyways. I assume you will not allow people who really don't care about you to speak into your life, but will discern what is truly helpful to you, encouraging and constructive. I assume you know you have people who are rooting for you and want to see you succeed. Yes, thank you so much for that. And yes, I definitely expected people to have nasty things to say, but you know, it just is what it is, and I definitely have discernment. And I was bracing myself for this, so I'm ready and I'm prepared, and I know what's truth versus what's not. So, Elizabeth Cox, congratulations, Shanna and Lindsay. So happy for you guys. Thank you so much. Well, my assumption is that you really miss having Mom and Kareen where you can reach out and touch them, and I assume that you're looking for ways to bring your mom with you. You are absolutely right. I definitely miss my mom, and I miss Kareen very much. My mom really loves Alabama, actually. We've been talking about her coming back to Indiana, and she's open to it, but the circumstances would have to be just right, and she would have to find a property that she loves as much as the one that she has. And we'll see what God does. Who knows? I mean, who knows if I'll even stay in Indiana? I don't know. We always try to plan our lives, but God has, you know, God has it already planned out. So I'm just kind of going with the flow. And I just want my mom to be happy. So if she is happy in Alabama, then I want her to be happy in Alabama. But if she'd be happier living closer to us, then I want that. So that's that. With Corrine, I miss her so much. I would love for them to move to the States. Oh my gosh, that would make me so happy. But Switzerland is just so beautiful and so safe. And I don't know if she will, but I just plan on going to visit her as much as God allow me to. And, you know, try to just keep in touch. I text my mom all the time. We text almost every day. With Corrine, we communicate regularly, and we need to be a little bit more intentional about FaceTiming and things, but I definitely miss them a lot. So you are right. Okay, Mimi J. I assume you hold grudges with people or have resentments towards men when your relationships fail. I assume you don't see your part in relationships failing. I also assume you are afraid to move on because you're afraid you will get hurt again. Oh my God, I need to delete some things. That's one thing. Gosh, like, and this is like not even towards me. You guys are just so, some of you, not all of you, are so nasty to each other. It's just ridiculous, Lord. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't want negativity on my page, so I'm about to just remove it. Okay, you assume that I hold grudges with people or have resentments towards men. I absolutely do not. If you really knew me, which you don't, you would know that I am the kind of person that takes full responsibility for my role in relationships. I could tell you exactly everything that I've done in every single relationship that could have aided in its failure. And I am the kind of person that is very introspective. So I'm always looking for ways to make the relationship better. If I'm in a relationship and something's not quite right, I automatically take responsibility and try to find ways to adjust things about myself in ways that the person that I'm with needs. So, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Now, if I told you the true story of of all the relationships that I've been in and why they didn't work, you would understand. But that's completely false. I actually don't hold grudges against anybody that I'm with. Do I have a distaste for the things that some of them have done? Absolutely. But I definitely take responsibility for my role in the relationships, the things that I've done wrong. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So yeah, that is absolutely false. I don't have any resentment towards men. I just don't have time for bullshit. So if I'm going to date somebody, you can tell in one conversation whether they're even worth your time or not. Now, not every relationship is going to work out, but, and I take lessons out of every single relationship that I've been in. I believe that there is a specific lesson that I'm supposed to learn in order to be a better woman for who I'm truly supposed to be with. So I don't look at any relationship like a failure. I look at it as a learning lesson and a tool for me to become a better woman for the man that I'm actually supposed to marry. I'm not afraid to move on. I just don't have time. Like, I don't have time. I don't have emotional energy, and I'm not going to waste my time. What is the point of dating? What's the point of dating around and, you know, filling my time and opening up my space to people who aren't for me? Like, in one conversation, you can tell whether a person truly loves the Lord just based on how they respond to certain questions. You can tell just based on how you feel when you're with someone, whether their energy kind of meshes with your energy. It's like, I don't have time for it. And I'm actually really happy right now just being single, and I'm gonna rock with that. I know that when it is time for me to move forward, then I'm gonna go ahead and the Lord's gonna put somebody in my path. But until then, I'm good. Now, the last relationship that I was in was a great relationship. Like, he was so good to me. We had such a great relationship, but the end just got kind of muddy. And I have specific reasons for that. And the relationship didn't work due to some emotional immaturity that was not on my part, and I'm not blaming him for it because he's a really great guy. He is such a great guy. And I don't resent him at all. We have kept in touch. But that for me, I think was just an important lesson to show me. I feel like the Lord put him in my life to show me that not all men are like the guys that are in my past, because he did treat me really well. So I feel like the learning lesson in that last relationship was to show me that there are good guys out there. And I believe that. I'm just not going to settle for less than what I know I want. And I know that's one of the biggest things that the Lord told me was know yourself. So I know myself enough to know what I am willing to put up with, what I'm not willing to put up with. And I know myself enough to know just off jump, just based on a conversation, just getting to know someone, just seeing their ways, seeing how they kind of are, what they talk most about, what are they, because people talk most about what they're passionate about. So if someone is talking about something that they're passionate about, or if they spend a lot of time doing something that I just don't, that's just not how I roll, then I'm not going to waste my time going out with them. Like, it's just as simple as that. And if you feel like you need to just go date around and have fun, go ahead, do your thing, girl, do your thing. But for me, I'm good. I'm good. I know that God's timing is perfect, and the right man is going to come into my life in the right timing, in God's timing. So you will be wrong. Okay. Kimberly, 2004. I assumed you weighed about 135 to 140. Black women carry some weight, honey, LOL, but you have built muscle tone. I assumed you feel like you must help your brother because you love him and he's your little brother, plus you're a giver and he helps you. I assume okay, so I'm gonna start there. I'm definitely way more than 135 to 140. I just got under 170, so I'm about like 168 right now. I do carry a lot of muscle, so that is correct. I assumed you feel like you must help. I do feel a lot of responsibility to help take care of my brother. My brother is actually my older brother. We're only 11 months apart. That's one thing about my family. Like, no family is perfect, and my family definitely is not perfect, but we are loyal to each other. And that's one thing. My brother Jason, you guys have met Jimmy. Jason is one of the most loyal people. And like, if I ever need him, he is always here. And if he needs me, I'm going to help him as much as I can to the best of my ability. There is a lot of, I would say that it's a little bit of a pressure for me because I want to see everybody doing well. And I don't like to see anybody struggle in my family. So, I would say that's correct. I assume you feel lonely at times and you want a companion, love, and security of a spouse, especially when you see your married friends and how happy they appear to be. Though you are happy for them, you want the same. I'm definitely not lonely, actually. You know, and it's crazy because I really have been taking this to the Lord. And this is probably, honestly, the first time in my life that I can say that I am 100% happy. I'm joyful. I'm so happy right now. I have moments where I feel like I want a companion, but then I think about all that I would have to sacrifice. I'm a very sacrificing and submissive person. So a lot of times in relationships, for example, the last one you guys saw, I was at his place so much. Whether I wanted to be home or not, wanted to be in my space or not, he was really busy. So I ended up sacrificing. It was like, you know what? His job was very demanding. So I'm the kind of person that will go and try to make things easier for the other person because, you know, he did a lot for me, but in that way, I did a lot for him. And I just honestly don't want that right now. I want to take care of myself. I don't want to sacrifice anything. I don't want to give up my time. I want my focus right now to be business. And if I get into a relationship, then I'm going to have to sacrifice some of my time building my business in order to, and the time I just want to chill by myself to focus on the person that I'm with. And right at this point in my life, I just don't want that. I really just don't. It would have to take a really, really special and amazing person for me to have that desire again. And I would say in terms of seeing my married friends who are really happy, I think that, like, I admire them, specifically Gabrielle and Chad, because their marriage is so freaking solid. I don't think I've ever met a couple that is as successful as they are. They are best friends. And I admire them. I admire how they deal with each other. I admire how they speak to each other. I admire their way of communicating. Like, I just think that they are what a marriage is supposed to look like. And honestly, I'm not jealous at all. I'm so happy for them. And honestly, it brings me joy to know that there are relationships out there like that, because you don't see that very often. Like, people seem happy, but a lot of times they aren't. But with them, you can just see it all over their marriage. In their kids, you can see just all over that they are truly successful and they are best friends. That is beautiful, and it gives me hope for my future. I don't want that right now. I don't feel like I really want that sacrifice right now, but it gives me hope that that is actually something that is attainable, because I think that when people look at marriage, they think ball and chain. They think, especially when it comes to how men respond to women, I feel like men always expect the women to take care of the kids, and men always, like, the women are automatic default. But with Gabriel and Chad specifically, and they're probably, and my sister, I would say Corinne and Daniel and Gabriel and Chad are the only couple that I think that I have ever seen where both parents take full responsibility for the kids. I feel like a lot of husbands just, you know, do whatever they want to do, and family time comes second, or they do what they want to do, or the woman wants to do something that she wants to do, but she can't because she has to take care of the kids. Well, why, like, she should be able, as long as, you know, the couple communicates with each other, it should never be an issue for the woman to want to go out, or the woman to need to take a weekend trip or a business trip or whatever, because the husband is just as responsible for the kids as the wife is. So you don't really see it very often where both parents take full 100% responsibility for the kids, and it's not just all on the mom. And I respect that. Like, I think that is so beautiful, and I feel like that's the way God intended it to be in parenting and in marriage. And I just really admire that, and it gives me so much hope. So yeah, I don't get lonely, really. Not anymore. In the past, I have a lot, but at this point in my life, I really don't. Okay, I'm also assuming that your dad never held you as a little girl, looked you in the eyes and told you that you were beautiful because you don't believe it. Oh, don't worry, same here. That's interesting. You know, my dad, I love my dad. Like, my dad is such an amazing father. Now, when I was little, he did. But as I've gotten older, I feel like I know that he thinks I'm beautiful. He's told me I'm beautiful. But when it comes to, like, emotions and I feel like he's kind of uncomfortable, like, holding me or just being like, you are so beautiful. Like, you are so beautiful. I think that it's just not comfortable for him, but I don't blame him for that. I feel like it's because he never got that. So I know my dad loves me. I know he thinks I'm beautiful. He's told me I'm beautiful. I would say that I haven't gotten all of my emotional needs fulfilled from him. So I would say that's probably correct. Okay, KR, my assumption of you, still not too sure. I find you are becoming a cat lady. I've always been a cat lady, but that's correct. Are you afraid to step out of your comfort zone? Absolutely. Stepping out of my comfort zone is terrifying for me. I struggle with it so much. That's why with this boutique, and even with doing YouTube initially, like, I was so afraid because it's something that I have never done before. It was incredibly uncomfortable, and yeah, very, very hard for me. And also, what is it that you are really after or want? You trying this boutique, it should reflect your brand or yourself. These clothes are... What? These clothes are bargain basement special? Girl, you don't know where I get my stuff. Not at all interesting to you. Forget a boutique. What would your brand say about you as a blogger? I want to buy what you stand for or not for, or what really identifies you. Not okay. First of all, that's just your opinion. You can believe what you want to believe. I'm going to let the Lord speak through me on this one. And honestly, my brand is... I'm just about positivity, about God. God is absolutely number one in my life. I'm still trying to figure out what I really want out of my life. And for me, it just happened a little bit later, and that's okay. But you don't have to buy my clothes. It's fine. I don't need your business. I personally love all of the pieces that I got. You don't know the quality of the material because you haven't bought anything. So if you bought something, you would know. And that's okay. You don't have to like it. Moving on. Okay, Marsha Dawn Walters. I assume you'll be just fine no matter what you choose to do, i.e. love, business, fitness, because you know you are loved and covered by God. The clothes on IG are so cute. Thank you so much. Exactly my style. Thank you very much. Do you sell plus sizes? Yes to plus sizes. I definitely know that no matter what, I'm going to be fine, because I know one thing for sure is that I hear the voice of God, and I'm going to continue to walk the steps that he has me take, and he's going to make me successful in whatever I decide to do. I'm very intentional about making it clear to God that I want his will for my life and nothing else, nothing less, because I want everything that God has for me, and I know that it's gonna happen. And it's going to take time. I'm a work in progress, just like we all are. So yes, thank you. Rosina Nathan, your hair color makes you look so much younger. You have always been pretty, but you look even prettier. Thank you. Sonia Godlieb, I assume that you care too much about what people think of you. Do you, Shanna Marie? You talk too negative about yourself. Stop using negative words. Think carefree. Just do you, and I love you. Sister, good luck and God bless. Thank you very much. I don't care what people think about me. I care what I think about me. And honestly, over the last year, I have gained so much weight. I do talk way too negatively about myself. I will give you that. I definitely need to work on how I speak about myself, because I'm hard on myself. I'm so hard on myself. And I haven't been really comfortable in my skin over the last year. So it's really been bothering me, but I'm just now at the point where I'm getting back on track and I'm feeling so much better about myself. But you're absolutely right about the negative self-talk. You're absolutely right. Altrina Allen, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. How do we order some of your clothes and your shoes? How can we get the address of your store? www.unfoldingstyleboutique.com. The link is in the description box. Shop away, and thank you so much. Sandra E71, hello lady. My assumption about you is you want to fit in and be everyone's everything, and you're in a place where you're just settling for yourself. Look at where you are, ma'am, and just let go and do you, boo, for now. Do the work. I'm motivating you to motivate myself. Oh, hey, girl. Yeah, we're friends on MyFitnessPal. Oh, gosh. That is so false, though. Fitting in is not something I care about at all, actually. Those people in my life that know me know that I legitimately don't care about fitting in. I don't want to be everybody's everything. I don't want to be anyone's anything, honestly. I think when it comes to my family, it's a little bit different. There's a lot more pressure for me to, in some ways, provide for my family and my closest friends, like my friends. Like my best friends, if they have like an emotional need, like they are there for me when I need them. So I'm going to be there for them when they need me. And, but when it comes to other people, absolutely not. I used to be a people pleaser, but at this point in my life, and for a long time, I have definitely not. So that would be wrong. Orange is 18. My observational assumption is, I think you need to have a little more relaxation in your life and also feel more confident about yourself and with the things that you do in life and on a daily basis. By the way, congratulations to you and the people who have made it possible for this exciting day to unfold into the reality of your boutique. Thank you so much. I definitely think that I need to feel more confident about myself. I already said that. But I definitely think you're right about that. And things that I do on a daily basis. You know what? It's crazy because I really have been talking to the Lord about this because I love my life. I love my life. And I don't really do a whole lot day to day. I mean, I don't go out a lot. I don't do a lot of things. I do a lot at home. I work a lot at home. I do relax a lot. So that's never really a thing. I don't think that I need more, I probably need more vacations, honestly. Like, I want to go visit friends more. I would like to go visit Kareen more. I need to go visit my mom and my dad more. But when it comes to relaxation, I do relax a lot. I do. But I feel like doing vlogs, I think it makes it a little bit more challenging because as I'm editing, it's like so boring to edit. Like for people who are watching me, it's not that exciting. But for me, I actually really love my life. I love being home. I love not doing anything out. I love not being around people. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but like I'm really comfortable with my life. I'm really happy. And I feel like I'm in such a great emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental place. So that's not something that I'm really uncomfortable with. I'm very comfortable with it. It's just when it comes to vlogging, I just don't have a lot to say right now because I'm not really doing a whole lot that's worth vlogging. So I think in that sense, yes. I just think I need to stop worrying about it so much when it comes to vlogging. Like if you want to hear what I have to say when I'm at home vlogging, then great. And if you don't, then that's okay too. Sorry, my camera shut off again. Okay, let me go back. Starlight Shine Bright. I assume that you're insecure. I assume that you don't like to spend too much money on things like clothing, makeup, and shoes. I wouldn't say that I'm insecure, but I do have insecurities. Everybody in the universe has insecurities. Every single person has insecurities, and I am one of them. But overall, I'm not really an insecure person. Sometimes my insecurities do get the best of me, just like anybody else, but overall, I'm not insecure. Overall. Let me see. I assume that you don't like to spend too much money on things like clothing, makeup, and shoes. That is correct. I don't really like to spend a lot of money on those things because, one, I don't go that many places. I really like staying home, so it doesn't really make sense for me to go shopping all the time. I don't like spending money. I like spending money on food, but I don't like spending money on clothes, shoes. I used to, but not anymore. You're right. All right, Brenda Rogers. My assumption is that you are so independent that you rather miss the mark than ask for help, like with the shelves. Saying this because I've been there, Shanna girl. I am very independent. You are right. You are right. I am very stubborn. And I think that can get in the way sometimes. But I also think that sometimes I do those things because I want to avoid people, which is not always a good thing, but it's the truth. So I would say you're right. F Doctor, hey girl, hey. Hey. I'm excited for the boutique launch. Thank you so much. I assume that you're perfect, LOL, but seriously, I assume you like the finer things in life and that you want to be a mother based on your heart for kids and God mother's skills. Be blessed. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. I'm so far from perfect. Oh my gosh. I am so far from perfect. I definitely like the finer things in life. There's a part of me that does want to be a mother, but you're right about, I want to be a mother based on my heart for kids. I think that would be a really amazing mother, but I don't want children just because when the conversation of children come up, I say this a lot, that I don't want children because I want someone to need me. I don't want children because I just want little mini-me's running around. I want children because I have a lot to offer them. I feel like I would be an amazing mother, but I also don't want to be a single mother. I don't want to do it by myself. I really, truly do want to do things God's way, and I want to have children in a godly situation. I want to have an amazing godly husband who's super supportive and who's an amazing father. And I want us to parent our children together. I definitely don't want to do it by myself. So you would be absolutely correct. But incorrect about the perfection because I'm not perfect. But thank you. Valerie McAddy, assumption. The boutique is the very thing you needed and it will be a success. Thank you. I love that you guys are so encouraging. Thank you so much for the encouragement. It really means a lot to me. And I feel like you're right. I feel like the boutique is just the beginning. I feel like God has so much for me. And the boutique is just the thing that's gonna like drive me. And I'm so excited about it. Slim Cutie 08. I assume that being a homebody might be preventing you from your greatest blessings. I assume that you don't open yourself up to meet new people or go to different places because of social anxiety. I assume that you focus on weight because it's an area of your life you feel you can control. Interesting. I actually feel like you might be right about the weight part. It's the only thing that I can really control. You might be right. I don't know though. And maybe I'm just saying that because I just really like being at home. I just really like being at home. I do go out. I spend time with friends occasionally. There actually are some things that are coming up in the future that I feel strongly that the Lord want me to go to. I'm very intentional about making sure that if I'm missing out, which I never feel like I'm missing out on anything, but if there's an event or someone invites me somewhere or whatever, I'm very intentional about making sure that I'm not going because it just is not for me versus I'm not going because I just don't want to go. If I feel strong in my spirit that God wants me to go, then I will go. Like there's something coming up here that I really feel strongly that the Lord wants me to go to, and I think I'm going to go to it. I'll let you guys know what that is in future vlogs when it comes up. But when it comes to other things, I feel like right now, God wants me to focus on business, and he wants me to focus on doing other work because he has things on my heart that I've been working on. And I feel like that is supposed to be my focus right now, not going out and having a good time, which I'm all about. I want to have a good time, but I am really enjoying my life. I'm enjoying where I'm at right now. So I would say you are right about some things and wrong about others. And I could be wrong. Maybe I am missing out on some blessings. But I just don't feel like I am. I don't know. Okay, ARock82, you are reserved, but I think you have a wild side. I assume that you are a good dancer, but never really let loose when around people. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It takes a lot to get me out of my shell. I had to be so comfortable around the people that I'm with in order to really let loose. Chantel RM, my assumption is you're an overthinker, but I guess that's where the anxiety comes from. I say this because I'm one too. You are absolutely right. I overthink too much, and I'm working on that, but you know, it's hard for me sometimes. Mala Tate, I appreciate your transparency, so no assumptions here. Love your channel. Thank you so much. I love you too. Thank you for your love and your support. It really means a lot. Lady Aiko, I assume you have a really nice voice. I would love to hear you sing a little something by yourself. We always see you singing on the Praise Teamer with Jesse Helium a long time ago. You can do it, Shanna. Give us a sample. Love your channel. Gotta support a hometown YouTuber. Thank you. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that yet. I don't know if I will be. I feel like my voice is nice. I'm not unhappy with my voice, but I'm not ready to sing for you guys yet. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Marcus Matthews, I assume that you are gorgeous. Thank you very much. Shelly Shell, my assumption is you suffer from low self-esteem, but I believe you know your worth to a degree. You seem to be such a lovely person. I hope you believe that. Thank you very much. In some ways, yes, with the body. I think my body image is always my biggest thing. I have body image issues, always have. So in that regard, you are right, but I definitely do know my worth. I do know my worth, and I just try to focus on that as much as possible while changing the things that I can control, like my weight, and it's all up to me. Cynthia Cooksey, my assumption is that you don't do African American hair. I do mostly white hair. I do black hair too, just not as much. I mean, I work in Bloomington for one, and there's very few black people in Bloomington. I used to have a larger black clientele, but so yes, I do mostly white hair. You're right. Rochelle Naturally, congratulations on the launch of your boutique. Everything looks beautiful. Thank you very much. Sunny, congrats on the boutique. I love the items. I will be supporting. Thank you so much. I hope that I'm not too late, but my assumption is that you are a God-fearing woman taking life one day at a time. Thank you, and you are absolutely right. Just one day at a time, that's all we can do. And I absolutely love God. I am a God-fearing woman, and that is #1 in my life, all the way, all day, every day. Jahi to you. Hello, I assume you put God first, family, friends. Yes. I definitely put God first. Absolutely, no question. I assume you like to push through difficulties by praying and Bible study. Yes, absolutely. I try to push through as much as possible. While I'm still working on some things, I do my best to push through my fears and anxieties. I assume you were thinking about not working as a hairstylist because of you booking for modeling and acting opportunities on your channel. That is not right. I just do modeling for fun. I got signed to an agency here back in 2013 because it's something that I've always wanted to do. And it's just kind of like a hobby. Like, it's something that I really enjoy. I enjoy going on auditions. I enjoy doing the jobs that I get. So it's just another income stream, and it's just something I do for fun. And if something comes of it, great. But if not, then that's okay too. But I will continue doing hair for sure. And thank you so much for all the beautiful things that you said underneath that. I really appreciate it. Ariel D, my assumption, you either don't want kids in the future or you are on the fence about having them when you meet the right person because you worry about how good of a mom you'll be. I only say this because I've never heard you express the desire to be a mother, which is okay. Okay, so I am on the fence about whether I want kids or not, but it's not because I feel like I'll be I don't worry about whether I'll be a good mother. I know that I'll be a good mother. I think I'll be an amazing mother, actually. I think that the thing that concerns me about having kids is just making sure that I want them for the right reasons, not because, like I said earlier, I just don't want kids because I just want little mini-me's running around, or I just don't want to have kids because I want somebody to need me, or, you know, like I want to make sure that, one, I'm in the right position with a good husband. I said that already, but I also want to make sure that's what God wants for me. I feel like there are other things right now that God wants me to focus on before I have kids, if I have kids. So I am on the fence. I'm definitely on the fence. I feel like if I'm supposed to have kids, God is going to make that really clear. I'm getting up there in age. I'm not old, but I'm getting to the point to where, you know, and if I don't have them, I'll be okay. But if I meet someone incredible that the Lord makes clear that he's my husband and he wants kids, then, I mean, I'm open to it. I'm kind of like just, you know, one day at a time, you know, just making sure that I'm in God's will and making sure that it's what God wants for me and not what I want for me. Lorraine May, congrats on your boutique. Hope it goes well. Oh, some of these people and their dang assumptions. I roll. Girl, you already know. Bella EB, congrats on your boutique. Thank you. I assume that you are shy and a loner. Yes. Well, I'm shy, but I can really come out. Like, if you met me, you would never know that I was shy. And sometimes you seem very sad. I'm not sad at all, actually. Like, I have moments. I'm moody. I'm moody. But I'm not sad. Like, I think that I'm actually very happy and just peaceful. Like, at this point in my life, I've been very sad in the past, but I feel just so full of peace, and I'm really happy. Marshall Roll, I assume that you are really tall. I am 5'8", so I feel like that's kind of tall, but that's how tall I am. Janine Hoke, hi Shanna. First, I really enjoy your channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Second, my assumption is that you are very much a sweet potato pie, aka a sweetie pie. But if you get cross and it gets severely built up, you can be a spitfire. Girl, you would be correct about that. I think you're not trying to hurt people's feelings, but once you get fed up, it may be no holds barred if you're pushed and provoked. Am I right? Heck yes. Heck yes. If I do put my foot down and draw a line in the sand to let you know that you've gone too far, then yeah, I do feel bad sometimes. But at the same time, you are absolutely right. Like, I have respect for myself. I am not a pushover by any means. And I'm the kind of person that I really want to be sweet, and I am really kind, and I'm going to be really kind. But yeah, if you cross me, if you push me too far, girl, so you will be 100% correct. Thanks for your willingness to do this tag and open yourself up to the world. That's tough for us introverts to do. Thank you. Hugs to you too. Thank you guys for all your beautiful words. So many people are so, oh my gosh, you guys are just so awesome. Is this a joke? Maria. That's the name of her YouTube channel. My assumption is that you love cats. Oh, I love cats. I am a cat lady and I adore my babies so much. Avis Hudson, I am assuming that they are your designs, right? I don't know what you mean by that, but if you mean the clothes, no. I have a wholesaler that I buy through, so they're not my designs. Thank you guys for the congrats on my weight loss. I'm very happy. Sky's Health and DIY. 170s, how tall are you? I'm 5'8", and yes, I was in the 170s. Very uncomfortably, but I was there. I assume that you are rich. I hate these. I usually opt out of answering. It would be good if you put the hyperlink for your boutique in the description so people do not have to copy and paste. Oh, I thought I did that actually. You're right, I'm gonna fix that. I'm definitely not rich, not yet. Not rich yet. Morris Gross, assuming you're 5'10" and single. I'm 5'8" and single. Demi Gui, hopefully I got that right. My assumption is that you wear your heart on your sleeves because coming through the video, you seem to be a very caring and heartwarming person. Thank you for sharing your life with others. I love your videos. Thank you so much. That is really sweet. I am a very caring and heartwarming person. I definitely wear my heart on my sleeves, and I think that's the biggest reason why that I'm so careful about who I allow in my life, because I only have so much energy. And I allow myself to become so invested in the people that I'm closest to. So I used to be the kind of person that had a lot of friends and I would always do so much and be taken for granted and taken advantage of. I just realized that you can't allow everybody in your life. Like, you can't. And I have to protect my energy. And because I am such a caring person, I'm very generous, and I just have to be really careful about who I allow in my life, who I spend my time with. That stuff is just really important to me. You have to really protect your energy. So you will be right about that. Dana Meyer, I assume that you absorb the energy and emotions of others when you're around them like empaths do, which is why you need a lot of time in between hanging out with people. Absolutely. Which is why I just said, I have to protect my energy. You are absolutely right. I also get the sense that you have restless energy that keeps you needing to channel it into different hobbies, tasks, and business ventures, which is why you're always reorganizing and in motion with a project or task. I would say that's right. I would say that's right. Because even when I'm chilling and just sitting around, I like to sit around and just watch TV. But then my mind is always going. I'm always thinking about what I could do for business or what God wants me to do, or you're absolutely right about that. Monique Brecklin, congrats on the launch of your boutique. Thank you so much. Much success and blessings. I appreciate that. Divinely Designed, I assume you struggle with exactly where you want to reside and may move from your current place to be closer to family or work. Yes. I love Indy. I love Indianapolis. I love where I live. Love, love, love where I live. I'm so happy here. I don't know where I want to end up though. I don't know that Indianapolis is where I want to stay. I definitely don't know where I'll go. I'm honestly not going to move until I feel like God lead me, until he show me and make it clear. I love my friends here. I love my life here. So at this point, I think I will stay. I think I'll be here for a little while. But when I think about where I want to end up, I have no idea. I definitely wouldn't move to Bloomington to be closer to my job. Definitely not, because I don't like Bloomington. I lived there for many years and I was just so unhappy there. But I'm happy here. I just don't feel like I'm gonna stay here. I don't know why, but I'm just, one day at a time. Blech is the name of the YouTube channel. I assume that you're extremely insecure when it comes to your weight and not wearing makeup. I know it probably won't change your opinion of yourself, but I think that your bare face is gorgeous and your body looks great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Definitely insecure about my weight, but I'm on the path to being comfortable in my skin again, because I have been very comfortable in my skin before. So it's not something that I'm always striving for more and more and more. I've been comfortable in my skin before and I'll get there again. I can be insecure about not wearing makeup sometimes. It doesn't always bother me. I don't know why it bothers me sometimes versus others. I have no idea, honestly, because I feel like I actually like my bare face. But to be completely honest, if I were to like go out somewhere, I would never have a bare face. I would never go out to eat, to a restaurant, unless I'm wearing a hat and it's like I'm just being really cash. And I wouldn't like, I don't know, I wouldn't go out to an event or anything without makeup. I'm not really comfortable in that way. But I have a bare face most of the time, I would say, when I'm at home, unless I'm going somewhere. Elizabeth Hall. This is my first time commenting on your video, although I've been watching for a while. Thank you for watching. My assumption is words cut you deep with a knife, which makes me wonder why you are doing this assumption video. Okay, so. The only time words really cut me deep is when they're from people that I actually really care about. So if it's from my friend, like my closest friends, family, if I'm in a relationship, from the person that I'm with, if it's something from like people that are close to me, definitely cuts deep. But when it's from people on a gossip site, I could give a rip what you think. Like, you are on a gossip site talking crap about vloggers. You got too much time on your hands. So what you think about me, I really don't care. So I think it just depends on who it is. If it's people close to me, yes. If it's people who have nothing going for them and are talking crap about people on gossip sites, then I really just don't care. They don't cut me deep at all, because consider the source, you know? Consider the source. My next assumption is that you think you are prepared to hear others' opinions of you, even though it hurts. Like I said, I think it just depends on who it comes from. But I don't really, like, these assumptions, I know there's going to be some negative assumptions, but like, I've heard some of the most hateful things, so like, it doesn't bother me anymore. Like, it's like, whatever. It bothered me in the past, but now it's just like, you don't know me, whatever, you know? Marsha Dawn Walters, my assumption. 1, you're more focused on growing your business and brand, and you use it as a crutch so you don't have to focus on your love life. Oh, no, I don't use it as a crutch. I'm just, like I said earlier, I just don't have time for games, and I don't really have the desire to date right now. If someone came into my life that I felt like was worth my time, I would definitely allow him to pursue me. But honestly, business is really important. Like, my business and where I want to be, where I want to end up, I want to be successful. Money is important to me, so I do want to be a successful businesswoman. So I wouldn't say that it's a crutch. I would say it's a passion. And it's something that I'm not willing to shift gears on for a love life. I don't want to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. It's just not worth it to me. 2, also, you're really comfortable with having a cat lady identity. I am. I am. It doesn't define me, but I love cats. I love them, and I'm okay with that. 3, you'll only start taking dating more seriously when you reach your fitness goals and when you're thinner. That's definitely not true, because like I already said, I just don't have the emotional energy to date. Chrissy Turner, thank you for the compliment. You said you finally got a chance to see the unfolding style. Love the silver earrings. Thank you. I assume you think of moving to Switzerland with your sister one day and that you're still looking for true love. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know if I'll move to Switzerland. I think if I were to ever have a place there, it would be part-time. I wouldn't live there full-time because I really love it here. But I would love to be with my sister. I just miss them so much. Beauty with a purpose. I assume that you're shy when meeting new people until you get to know them properly. Yeah, I would say that's true. Like I said, I'm just very introverted. I'm very closed off until I get to know someone, because I'm just careful about who I allow in my world. So I am pretty quiet when I first meet someone, because I just want to be careful about who I allow in my life. I also assume that you've had body image issues all of your life. That is right. I definitely have, a lot worse when I was younger. Last assumption is that you're a really sweet, genuine, and loyal person. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think I am. I'm very loyal, like very loyal. I think I'm genuine. I think I'm really genuine. I pretty much keep it real. Life with the Winstons. I assume that you're not very close with your family. That's wrong. I'm really close with my family. I text with my mom every single day. Jason, I see him quite often. We communicate, and I'm really close with my dad. I talk to him at least every week. And of course, my sister, we communicate regularly also. So I'm actually really close with my family. I just don't talk about everybody all the time. I'm alone most of the time when I'm here. I don't say a whole lot about everybody, and I don't, you know, my mom is so far away, my dad's far away, my brothers are far away, my sister's far away, so I don't get a chance to see them that much. And even Jason, like, he lives 40 minutes away, and he's got his life, so even though we all touch base on a regular basis, I just don't see them very much, but we're very close. Mr. Amayokobi, hopefully I said that right. My assumption is that you sometimes think that you can't do things on your own without the help of someone else. And I think you fall in love easily, but always the wrong person. Oh, wait, okay. Let me start with the first one. That you sometimes think you can't do things on your own without the help of someone else. That's false. I feel like I can do anything. I do a lot of things by myself, most things by myself. I think that you fall in love easily, but always with the wrong person, and they see you as being weak because you want to please them, so it becomes a controlling thing for that person. You sometimes are a people pleaser. That's because people take your kindness for weakness, but one day you'll meet your husband. Just keep praying and be strong. That's my assumption. I would say I fall in love easily. Like the last guy I was with, awesome person. Awesome, awesome, awesome person. We had such a great relationship. I didn't think that he took me for granted at all. Like, our relationship failed for a very clear reason, and he made himself incredibly vulnerable with me too. He never saw me as being weak. He just saw me as being loving, and I thought the same of him. So with my last relationship, that's probably wrong. Was he right for me? No. I don't think that he's the man that I'm supposed to be with, but he served a really important purpose, and I learned a lot in that relationship, and our relationship was really great up until the end. And yeah, so that's that. In the past, sometimes yes, they would end up being controlling. I think that in relationships, I'm a people pleaser, but not when it comes to everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm investing my time in a relationship with someone, then yes, I want to please them. I want to, you know, I want to be a partner to them the way they need a partner. And I think a lot of times I neglect some of my desires for them. And yeah, and maybe they do think that I'm weak because they take my kindness for weakness. I think that's absolutely true. And when I do stand up for myself, when I get to a point, because I do have that line where enough is enough, that it's not really perceived well, and then the relationship just has to end, because if you're not going to respect me, then I'm just not going to be with you. And thank you very much. I do know that the right man is going to come into my life in God's perfect timing. Jay Brown, I assume your confidence, independence, and competitive spirit are what drive your entrepreneurial aspirations. Where did that come from? Sure, we would like to be our own boss, but it's not that easy. You are such an inspiration. Thank you so much. I would say you're right. I am really confident, independent, and I do have a competitive spirit. Where did it come from? Honestly, probably my mom. My mom has always been really intentional about making sure that I understood my value. She really helps me to understand that you don't need a man to be successful. Like, being in a relationship does not define you. And she was very, very intentional my whole life. And she always wanted to make sure that I understood that. My value is in God and God alone. And she has been really entrepreneurially minded, and she has a lot of goals herself that she's working on in terms of entrepreneurship. So I think that she has always had that in her, which I have always watched, and that has definitely driven me. Taka Boom's room. My assumption is you don't wear heels too much. Not because you prefer to be comfortable, but also because you don't like looking too tall. I actually love heels. I don't wear heels because why? You know, like if I'm at church, sometimes I'll wear heels to church. If I'm going somewhere where, you know, that is kind of like a dressier environment, then I'll wear heels, because I actually really do like heels. The height doesn't bother me. They're just not that comfortable. And at this point in my life, I'm more about comfort than I am about heels. You know what I mean? I used to wear heels every single day. I mean, I've never wore flats, but now I just want to be comfortable. And every now and then I'll break them out though. Star like, shine bright. My assumption is that you're easily influenced by other people. Ooh, false. Absolutely false. Now, that's another reason why that I'm really careful about who I allow in my life, because I think that, you know, my mom used to always say this, birds of a feather flock together, and that is so true. So who you have in your life, like a lot of times, whether you want it to be this way or not, you tend to take on the ways of thinking. If you're around them a lot, you start to act like them, think like them, and that kind of thing. So I'm really, really, really careful about who I surround myself with because of that reason. I'm so not easily influenced by other people at all, like not at all. So that would be false. Siobhan Heiliger, my assumption is that you don't go to church oftentimes. That would be correct. I don't know if you've heard me talk about church before, but I just have my feeling about church. I think church can be really important, going to the organization, but to me, church is the church, the people. It's not about the organization you go to one day a week. It's about the people that you surround yourself with. The people that I surround myself with, the people that I have in my life are people of God. So I surround myself with the church on a regular basis because church is people, not an organization. That's how I feel about it. I just feel like people put too much emphasis on Sunday mornings and not enough emphasis on every other day of their life. So for me, my relationship with God is on point, and I spend time with him regularly. I'm in the Word regularly, and that is more valuable to me than going to someone's organization once a week. So I do go to church sometimes. I serve and I sing on the worship team at church, and I absolutely love it. But going to an organization one day a week is just not that important to me. And unless the Lord lead me to go, if I feel strongly in my spirit that I'm supposed to go on a Sunday or go to a specific church or whatever, then I'll do it. But if I don't feel that way, then every day's church for me. Miss Tish. Hey there, beautiful. Hey, girl. My assumption of you is that you are a God-fearing woman. Definitely. My second assumption, you are a blessed woman. Thank you so much. And yes, I feel incredibly blessed. My third assumption is that you love the Lord. I absolutely love the Lord. He is number one in my life. And my fourth assumption is that you're waiting on the Lord to give you all that your heart desires because you deserve it. And have a blessed day. Thank you so much. I am waiting on the Lord to give me all my heart desires because I believe that He wants that for all of us. He wants us all to have all of our heart's desires. It's just sometimes we don't know exactly what we really want. I just want what God wants for me. And I know that whatever the Lord blesses me with is going to fill me to the full, to overflowing, and I believe He'll do it. So thank you. Les Sams. Hi, Shanna. I hope you see this comment before you do the assumption tag, but I assume that you don't know how much your journey has inspired others to continue in Christ, even when hard times come. Thank you. Gosh, like, see, this is the reason why I love doing YouTube, because I feel like that's a huge part of my purpose. I want to inspire people. Sometimes I don't know how much I inspire people, but you guys are so amazing. I feel like 98% of my kinfolk are people who are loving and compassionate and God-fearing and who appreciate me and what I have to offer. And I appreciate you guys. When I read your comments and hear things like this, it makes me feel like I'm doing my part. It makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. So thank you. I assume that you can see the silver lining in every situation. I think I do. You know, I have moments. Don't get it twisted. I have moments where I throw little hissy fits and I feel like woe is me, like we all do. But I feel like most of the time I do see a silver lining because there's always a purpose for every situation. I assume that you have dreams at night that give you direction or answers to issues you may encounter during the day. Yeah, I do, actually. I know a lot of people may not understand that, but God speaks to me in my dreams. I assume that you have many talents that can bring you income. Thank you. I hope hope so. I really believe so. I assume that you care so deeply for people that sometimes people misunderstand how you could care so much and so easily for people. I would say that you're right about that. I definitely think so. I assume that you will have a great career in the entertainment industry. Blessings in all you do. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. I really appreciate that. Charmaine Collins, I assume you are an extremely fun, loving, and loyal friend to those you let in. And although you went through a lot, you are trusting God for your increase. Can't wait to shop. Thank you so much. And yeah, I do. I am. I am fun, loving, and loyal to all the people I let in my life. And I've gone through so much, like so much. You guys have no idea how much I've gone through. And it's made me who I am today. And I'm so grateful for it. And I truly do believe that God has huge things for me. I believe in him 100% for an increase. And I can't wait. But I'm going to do my part and do the work also. Jasmine Janelle, my assumption, you care a lot about what others think, as we all can sometimes. You don't see yourself the way we all see you. I don't care what people think, mostly. Like I said, only the people closest to me, it really bothers me. Of course, I want people to see me in a positive light, but it doesn't control my emotions. Sometimes, there's always an exception, just like you said, as we all do sometimes, yes. And you don't see yourself the way we all see you. That might be true. That might be true. You seem as if you are mostly an introvert, but I think it'd be great for you to get out there and experience new things and meet new people. I'm definitely an introvert. I'm extroverted around people that I'm close to, but I am very much an introvert. And yeah, I think that the time will come where I will get out. Sorry, my camera died. Yeah, so there are things that I am preparing to participate in, and which will put me in a position to meet new people. And I just want to meet the right people, you know? Joyce Lockett, I assume that you have low self-esteem. Sometimes I do. I wouldn't say I have low self-esteem. I'm actually I love who I am. I absolutely love who I am. I just have insecurities. Like my body image is one thing that I'm working on, but, and you said you shouldn't because you're gorgeous and driven. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I know you love your cats, and maybe you have too many for guys who may be interested in you. Speak of the devil, here's my sparkles. Look at the timing on that. Hi, baby girl. That might be true, but that's okay. You know, I feel like I have 3 cats. Originally, I didn't want 3 cats, but they're all siblings, and they were babies when we had them, and they grew up, and my mom can only have, like, she can only handle so many, so I wanted to help her out, and I love them. I love, love, love my babies. I love them. And if a guy can't handle it, that's okay. I actually think that this phase of my life, I feel like my focus needs to be elsewhere right now. Right, Sparkles? See? She agrees. That's funny. Nika Pitts, her assumption is that you and Ron were more than friends. Ron is the homie. That is my homie. I've known him for many years. We were definitely getting to know each other on a deeper level. I really like Ron. Ron is probably one of the realest, most genuine, most transparent and godly men I've ever met. But it just never reached that point. So we've always been just friends, and it never went romantically. Clinim 0702. My assumption is even though you drive over an hour to get to work, you're not in love with being a hairstylist. I think you think it's cool and want to do it on occasion. I'm not in love with it. It's not my passion, but I do love doing it. I love the girls that I work with. I love my clients. I very much enjoy it, actually. Like, I look forward to going, and I enjoy doing hair. It's just not, it's not what fuels me, if that makes sense. Muriel Scholzberg, my assumption, I think you're very happy now. Keep up the good work. Yes, I am so happy. I'm so happy now. You're so right. I'm glad you can see it. Thank you. Declara Settle. I assume that you have a good heart by the way you take care of your fur babies. I assume that you, okay, that would be right. I love my babies. Love, love, love them. And I love every single person in my life that I'm really close with. I definitely have a big heart. I assume that you have low self-esteem because you do not feel as though you have both inner and outer beauty when you do. Thank you so much. I addressed that, but thank you so much for that compliment. Sharon Frazier, this was 2 days ago. My birthday is today, so happy belated birthday. Happy birthday, Sharon Frazier. Demone Belou. My assumption is, I love how you put God first in your life and you stay positive even when you are feeling overwhelmed. Thank you. I try to, and it's not something that I've always been good at. I've really gotten a lot better about that over the last few years, but it's something that I used to really struggle with. But I realized that God is in control and He's got me. So I don't really have to worry, even though I do worry a lot and I get anxiety. Hey, Sparkles. And I freak out a lot. I know that God is going to take care of me. So I really do try to stay positive in those overwhelming times. So I'm glad that you can see that in me. NM, I assume that you struggle with binge eating. No, I definitely don't binge eat. Binge eating is when you sit down, have food everywhere, and you just eat until you feel sick. And then some people throw it up and some people just binge eat and then they starve themselves and they binge eat. And I don't do that. I actually track my macros. I have days where I eat crap, but I never have been a binge eater, thank God. My heart goes out to people who do that because that would be really hard. I mean, it would just be hard on your body and also hard on you mentally and physically. God chosen one. My assumption, you are a genuine and loyal friend. Thank you for seeing that in me. I definitely think I'm genuine and loyal. And those that are close to me, they would say the same thing for sure. And I would say the same thing about them as well. Jenny, I assume that you love the Lord and spending a lot of quiet time with Him, which is why you are so blessed. Thank you. Yes, I love God. I just love being with Him. I love spending time with Him. I love my quiet time. I love being home alone with Him and my fur babies, and it's my favorite thing to do. Jean Fields, hope all goes well with your venture. Thank you so much. Saw you on Gay Babe singing at church and later having lunch with them. I said, hey, they know each other. Yeah, that's my homie, man. That's my girl. My assumption is that you are blessed and highly favored of God. God bless. Thank you so much. Yes, I feel blessed and highly favored by God. I feel it. Tracy W. My assumption is you are a loner. You enjoy being by yourself. You keep a small circle of friends and hold them dear to your heart. Trust issues. I'm the same way, so I get it 100%. Yes. I definitely do think that I have trust issues, but it's not, I definitely have trust issues, but I just think it's really, like I said already, I said this several times already, that it's important to be careful about who you allow in your life. And I love being alone. I love being alone. I keep a very, very, very small circle of friends who are uplifting and loyal and genuine, and I love them. So you will be 100% right. Kava Vilvin. My assumption is that you are very critical and it is fueled by fear. I can be critical. I think it depends. I can be critical for sure. I wouldn't say it's fueled by fear, but I'm not like, I guess it depends on what it is. Like, I think everybody has criticisms and everybody can be critical, but I wouldn't consider myself to be critical, you know? And it's fueled by fear. I don't think that's true. I'm not really super duper critical about people. I actually am inspired more by people than anything else. Pamela Michelle, my assumption is that your love of cats and having several in the house has affected your love life because the men aren't here for it. I think I already answered that one, so that was somebody else's assumption, and that's something I'm okay with. But honestly, there haven't really even been any men coming around that are even worth my time in the first place, so maybe they're really protection. Toon Couture, I assume you don't put in effort to meet new people on your own. That would be correct. Like, I assume you don't do things alone or approach potential friends outside of church, but you rely on existing friends to make new ones. No, I don't have a desire to make new friends, really. Like, I do things alone all the time. I've gone to the movies by myself. I do things alone all the time. I'm alone so much more than I'm with other people. But I don't really rely on my friends to meet new people. I don't care if I meet new people. Usually, honestly, if my friends invite people that I don't know to something that we were going to, I don't want to go. So meeting new people is just not something that I really enjoy. And I know that it probably sounds really terrible to some of you, but I don't really like meeting new people. So I don't rely on my friends for meeting new people, because if they want me to meet new friends, they know that I don't want to. That makes sense. Yvette Garrett, I assume you rush into relationships too quick because you don't want to be alone. That's false. I want to be alone. I don't rush into relationships. The last relationship I was in was with the last guy that you guys knew about, and we broke up in early July, and I've been alone ever since. I've had opportunities to date other people, and I just don't have the desire. You rushed into marriage with your ex-husband, and then after dating the other guy for a few weeks, you were calling him your boo. I think that the marriage was rushed. I think that it was rushed. I think it was important for me to go through, so I don't regret it. I think it was very necessary for my growth, but it was rushed. But I would never, like, if you knew me, you would know that, oh gosh, I went through so much with that. It's so much deeper than just that, trust me. But after a few weeks of dating the other guy, you were calling him your boo. He was calling me his boo. So we were calling each other boo. We had a fabulous relationship up until the very end. And we were like, that was my guy. That was my homie. That was my best friend. Like, we had so much fun together, and we were each other's boos. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But ever since then, I haven't dated anybody. I haven't talked to anybody. Like, I am so good being alone. I want you to realize you're good enough, and God will bless you in due time. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I know, well, God blesses me already. I don't think that being in a relationship defines who I am. I think that when the time is right, and when God brings the right man into my life, then it's going to be so beautiful. But until then, he just blesses me in other ways. Kanitha Johnson, my assumption is that you want a romantic relationship and you want to get married again. At some point, yes. My heart's desire is to one day get married. Absolutely. Nina McDonald, I assume that you don't have a lot of trust in people, and you're very disappointed in men in regards to relationships. Good luck with your boutique. Thank you. I would say yes. I'm disappointed in men in general, I think, because while it's not all their fault, because I feel like a lot of women put up with too much from them. I feel like women don't know their worth enough, and I've been guilty of this myself. So I feel like women don't know their worth enough and feel like they need someone so badly that they're willing to put up with whatever crap that men give to them. And I think that's a lot of the reason why men continue to treat women poorly is because they can. And a lot of women just settle for it because they just don't want to be alone. I would say that's disappointing to me, because I feel like men should respect women and treat them and cherish them. And I think women should absolutely do the same thing for men. There's a lot of women that are disappointing as well in terms of how they treat men, especially good men. You know, a lot of good men are treated badly. But yeah, I have trust issues, I think. I'm going to be in, like, this next time around. The last relationship, like I said, was really good. But this next relationship that I end up in, far down the road, I have high expectations, and I'm okay with that. And I know what to look for now. I know what to look for and what red flags to not ignore. I will not ignore any red flags next go around. Aubrey Elise, good morning. My assumption about you is that you're fearful of singing by yourself in front of people. You only seem to feel confident singing along with someone. Yes, absolutely. You are so right. Maybe someday that'll change, but right now I don't know. I hold it down as a soprano on my praise team, but to sing by myself, I'm not really comfortable. I don't know why. Chris 19F, I assume that you care more about your outer appearance than your health. Half of the time you complain of not feeling good. However, you hardly take any action like seeing a doctor or getting checkups. That's not true. I eat well. I work out. I take care of my body by fueling it properly. I honestly don't go to the doctor and get checkups because I don't trust doctors. I know a lot of people don't understand that or see that as being negative, but I don't trust doctors. So I'm going to take every measure that I can in a natural way before I even think about going to the doctors, because I feel like people run to doctors for everything. If they have a cough, they go to the doctor. If they have a sniffles, they go to the doctor. It's like, the doctor can't help you. Like, let your body go through what it needs to go through. And I think that's the reason why. But more than anything, I just don't trust them. If I do go to the doctor, I do trust the one that I go to. I really like her. But even then, like, I just don't see the point of running to the doctor for every single little thing. Like, when there could be so many different reasons, like just changing your lifestyle and what you're eating and how you're fueling yourself can change everything. So I always do all that first, try to figure it out and take the natural routes and make adjustments in my life before I run to a doctor, because I'm not trying to take a prescription to fix everything, you know? So that's the reason for that. I assume that you're caring. You show that in the way you love your kitties. Thank you. And that's it. We made it through. Those are all the assumptions. I hope I answered all of your questions. I feel like there weren't really that many bad ones. That just goes to show how amazing you guys are. I'm sure that maybe there's some in spam, I don't know. But I love you guys and I appreciate you guys and your loving words, and I am just so grateful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is the last of the assumptions. If you did like this video, then give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, and help me to continue growing my family. I love you guys.